Hi friends, I'm Prairie Vintage. My name's Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube. I use spirits, my intuition, and the tarot to communicate energies to you guys. Today's reading, we'll be taking a look at the year ahead. So we'll be looking at the monthly theme for you guys for 2024. Now this is a timeless reading, so if you come across this at any point, just take the January month as the following month, all right? Because energetically, this will be the energy coming towards you as it currently sits, okay? Although I will be referencing the year 2024, and we'll be starting with the month of January. However, we'll be doing an energy check at the beginning of the reading and talk about the theme for 2023. If you resonate with that energy, then we'll look at the month or the year ahead, starting with the month of January. All right, so 3 options to choose from today. Option number 1 is this stone right here. Option number 2, this stone right here. Not quite sure the name of this stone. I'm sure it'll come to me, but I don't know the name of this stone, nor do I know the name of this stone. This looks more like a geode of sorts. Option number 3 is this stone right here. Nor do I know the name of this one. It's quite chalky. All right, so 1, 2, 3. If you don't resonate with the first energy check, then chances are it most likely is not your pile. And if you don't find one that resonates, it's absolutely fine. It's just a message for whoever needs to hear it for the year ahead. So feel free to pause the video and then use your intuition to guide you into whichever stone you're feeling called towards. All right, I will see you at your pick. Hello, my gorgeous. Pile 1, you picked this stone. I do believe it's a geode, but I'm not quite sure what stone it is. So if you pick the stone, we're looking at the year ahead, 2024. Now, my readings are all timeless, meaning whenever you stumble across the video, the message was meant to find you, and it's the energy around you at the time of the reading. So you could be clicking at any point in time and just take the January month, then the month I will be reading first, as your next month. All right, so it doesn't matter when you click on this video, just take the January month as the following month that you're going into. And before we get into your monthly energy check for the year of 2024, we're going to be looking at your overall energy for 2023, so that you know whether this is resonating for you. All right, so this is just going to be an overall theme for the month of the year of 2023, and if it is an energy that you're resonating with overall, then we will look at the year ahead. All right, and we'll just be pulling the highlights from each month, so you might want to bookmark this and come back to it if it is something that is resonating for you. All right, so Spirit, clear and concise message here for the greatest and highest good of option number 1, pile 1, for 2023, this year. I'm sorry, guys, this year. What has been the theme for this year that they have just gone through? What is the theme for an energy check, so that they know whether indeed this is their pile? Thank you so much, Spirit. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message. And thank you so much, pile 1, for allowing me to tap into your energy, the energy around you at this time. I'm truly blessed. Thank you so, so much. All right. Wow, you got 2 tea leaves. All right, so this is your energy. Like I said, if you are outside of the window when I'm posting, then this will be the previous 12 months, whatever those 12 months are, whenever you click. What has been the theme? So we have the World. Oh my goodness. And we have this abstract card that I've never seen. Very interesting. Okay, I just heard agape, which is pretty profound. And we have sunrise, new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. That's what this world is all about. And then arrow, you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. Okay, I'm getting a really intense energy here, especially with the Gape. This is a very profound year for whoever is tapped into this energy. A lot has happened in this year that has passed. And I feel it's been in all aspects of your life, in every area of your life. Although I do feel as though you have concluded or are wrapping up a huge part of your life that has been an ongoing phase for quite some time. So I am feeling this is in all areas of your life: finances, career, potential move. Maybe you've moved countries. Maybe you've moved houses this year. Maybe you started a new relationship or ended a new relationship. But I do feel as though there were quite profound, significant changes for some of you guys with the agape. You might have taken on spirituality or a religious practice, or yeah, maybe even had a spiritual awakening. There's something very profound here that has happened. Some of you guys might have experienced a near death or have gone through a dark night of the soul. There's some point, potentially mid-year, I feel here. It doesn't have to be, but I feel mid-year, so that would have been in July, or just go 6 months past if you're, 6 months before you're watching this video. For those of you guys watching when I post, June, July, I am feeling maybe you felt very alone here, or maybe you were stuck with making a very profound decision in your life that has impacted or changed a lot about what has transpired since then. So a very important decision, like again, a big move, maybe a divorce, maybe it's just something that has really profoundly changed your life. And I do feel like at some point you felt very alone, although I do feel like you might have found yourself or got closer to your authentic being here, is what I'm feeling. There is also something that you started in 2023, or the year that has passed, that might be the beginning chapter of your next phase here. So either a creative project, or maybe you started a business, or maybe you took up something here that might be just ramping up or taking off, and I feel it gives you a lot of pleasure. I do feel like this year is wrapping up, or at least the phase you're in right now is a very happy sort of energy. It is happy, or it is one of hope. It is one of promise. It is one of coming out of something that's been potentially long, ongoing, draining, maybe could have been ongoing for years and years, maybe a part of your life that you've closed behind. But I feel there's this new determination. I feel you're kind of focused on forward movement. I feel you're no longer stuck or looking back on something that you might have been held up on or stuck with or dealing with. So there's a lot of hope, a lot of promise for what's to come here. All right. So I'm getting a lot from this energy. Some of you guys might have given birth. Like, again, I don't know if it's a creative project here, or a business, or something that you gave life to, or a physical birth. Maybe some of you guys had a child here, have physically given birth to a child, became a parent, or a parent of a business or something here that's taken on a life of its own. I'm hearing something about gardening coming through for some of you guys, working with plants, medicinal plants potentially, or just maybe a business with plants, healing properties with plants. That's coming through quite strong. And I do feel like some of you guys might have had to, again, travel, or maybe did a lot of traveling. And if it wasn't physical, then maybe, again, the spiritual travel of, internal travel of kind of exploring other parts of yourself, parts you might have not have explored up until this passing year. Sagittarius coming through, Leo coming through, divine masculine energy coming through, but more as a current energy. So maybe you're feeling very empowered. Maybe you're taking control of an aspect of your life. Maybe you're overcoming some huge addiction or some part of your life that might have had you stuck, because I do feel there's been something here. Yeah, I feel you ascending here. I'm also feeling heavy Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy as well. So yeah, Leo significantly. Pisces and Cancer. Yeah. Okay, so like I said, lots coming through. If this is something that resonates for you guys, then we're going to look at the year ahead, okay? And like I said, this is 2024, but if you're outside of that when I'm posting, then just the next 12 months. We're going to start with January, so the next following month for you. What will be the theme, and then we'll go all the way around, concluding with December, and then we'll get kind of a central theme for the year. And that's what we'll do, okay? So if you did not resonate with that energy, check, then this most likely is not your spread. And like I said, we don't know whether this is something that will resonate unless you're completely psychic or intuitive. Then you might want to bookmark this and come back to it and let me know how it resonates. Let us start with the month of January, spirits. What's going on with the following month here for the viewer, pile 1? This upcoming month, January. Okay. February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. We'll pull an overall theme. One wanted to reveal itself, which is the Temperance. I will read them all in the upright, although I will be picking up more the energy and the blocks or anything that is stuck. So we have the Temperance here. Let us go around the wheel again. We'll pull a tea leaf for each month, and as well more of an abstract card. You can skip ahead if you want. I might put timestamps in this video if I remember to take you into the reading, although some of you guys like watching this process. We start with January. I am going to leave this one right here. February, March, seeing one right here, April, May, June, July, September, October, November, December, and overall. All right, and now we'll pull one of these. January. Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of the viewer, spirit. What is the year ahead, the next 12 months bringing for the viewer? Thank you so much. And thank you so much. I will leave that where it fell. Thank you so much, viewer, for allowing me to tap into your energy, the energy around you for this reading. All right, so we have June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. And I am feeling one more here for December. Okay, so we're going to start with the overall, so that we have an idea of the theme of the year, and then we'll get into each month. Now, like I said, you might want to bookmark this because there's no way to tell what's coming in unless you're highly intuitive here or psychic to know whether you can confirm this or not. All right, you might know what's coming in for the month ahead, but energy does not sit linear, meaning this is not going to be an exact science. All right, but there will be some energy truth here as to how energy is sitting and where it's flowing. All right, so let us start with the overall. We have Temperance, Sagittarius energy, which is so interesting because your overall, we had the arrow. The arrow was coming through for you guys, which I believe was one of the tea leaf cards, which is the Archer. So Sagittarius is coming through quite strong. Okay, but this is all about balance, healing, and this is, I'm feeling self-work. So I feel like you're putting in a lot of work on yourself in order for you to become someone here that could accomplish something. So like I said, with the new creation, maybe you guys are either studying to become something, maybe you're going to school, maybe you're investing a lot of time and energy and effort in a practice, in a dedication, maybe in your spirituality, in something that is making you presentable in some way to accomplish something. So I feel you're very focused. I feel you're wanting to accomplish something, but you're kind of focusing on what you can do with self so that you can accomplish something is kind of what I feel. And I feel like there is a heavy energy here of being dedicated to this, no matter how long it takes. So there is a level of dedication, timing coming through. So maybe you understand that it might be an investment here. And maybe it's something that you've always wanted to do, but shied away from or haven't had the time or have invested doing for yourself, and now you're getting serious about this. I am feeling heavy Saturn energy, so Capricorn's coming through, and Aquarius, because that's the ruling planet. Yeah, I'm getting heavy Aquarius again with the jugs here. So it could be the energy of Aquarius as well coming through, and Aquarius is an energy of Aquarius is an energy here of futuristic sort of, I don't know, I'm getting like futuristic ideals or out of the box thinking. Yeah, I feel like you're doing something maybe out of the box here. We also have this microphone that's unplugged. I don't know if it goes this way, probably an unplugged microphone. Drop the mic, and feather. Someone you know is dependable and insincere. Undependable. Is undependable a word? Undependable. Independable? I guess undependable is a word. I don't know why it sounds weird to me, but we have the feather. Now, I don't put too much weight in the word so much as the energy. Feathers to me, depending on the color, represent different things, but a feather could be an omen that we're on the right path. It's an omen of strength. It's an omen here when we find a feather of our ancestors. I feel like you've experienced something here that has put you on a path. That has been the driving factor of you going on a path here, that you've been very determined. And I feel like you are in an energy this upcoming year of being so determined and focused, which is why we were seeing that arrow on something, that you claim it, you state it, and you drop the mic. It's like your year. You're claiming it to be your year, and then you are kind of unstoppable here with them plugging the mic. It's like you claim something, you make a statement of what you want to achieve, and then nothing is going to stop you. I do feel it's an unstoppable year for you, and it's more of a action orientated, which is why we were seeing the sun. Very it's more masculine energy here of going down a path, making it happen, and forging your way rather than an energy of waiting around or being receptive. Okay, so this is what I'm getting here. Overall, we'll see if anything else comes through, but let's go through with every month and see what happens. So we have January. You guys might have to keep track of the months here as we go through, because I channel and I might be in a deep channel here, but we're looking at January or the upcoming month. Okay, whenever you click on this. So we have the moon, which is Cancer energy, or Pisces, depending on how it's falling here. Generally it is Pisces energy, but sometimes I do pick up Cancer with the moon. So we have the moon with the owl. Schooling's coming through again. I don't know if it's like an actual school per se, but it could be the school of spirituality. It could be the school of earth. Could be the school of learning about self. There's a lot of knowledge and wisdom here from an experience. And like I said, maybe something happened that has put you on a path here, because I feel like you're taking your knowledge and your wisdom towards accomplishing something. And I feel there is a lot of uncertainty here, because I feel there is a huge road ahead. And I do feel like the road ahead could be one that you're not quite certain where it will lead you, but you're very determined to go down that road, or at least follow a path here and make something happen, despite your understanding of whether it is something that will happen or not. You're certainly on that path. Yeah. Okay. And the moon's also a feminine energy here. It's almost like he's flying out of that. So maybe 2023 or this year has been one of being receptive, allowing things to happen to you, being kind of more the recipient of things happening rather than someone that is, I don't know, like taking charge or making things happen. But I feel like you're now kind of being birthed into a year of making things happen. Okay. So that's probably why we saw the world. You're like concluding maybe an energy of yourself of being more receptive, more in the feminine type energy. And now you're kind of utilizing what you've experienced here to make something happen. And for some of you guys, like I said, there is schooling coming through. Yeah, empowerment. I get superhero from this, making things happen, almost something that you might have thought impossible. Mule. Someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. So I'm getting here this mic drop energy that I was getting. It's like you state something or you claim something, and then you're kind of like, it doesn't matter what anyone says or does. You've unplugged the mic. It's like, here's what I'm going to do, come hell or high water, and then you do it. So I do feel a very strong energy coming from this mule. You could resonate with Taurus energy as well. Although Taurus is more a bull, but I feel this stubborn type energy, but it's more of you getting tired of waiting around or not taking the power in your own hands. So I do feel like you do this. Okay. Yeah, I do feel like you guys do this for January. So maybe you enroll in something or you finally make the decision here. So let's look for February. February, we have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Forest. And we have the Bow. You are highly thought of. Okay, so Knight of Pentacles is slow-moving energy, and sometimes it is almost even a stuck energy. We have the Turtle here, but the Knight of Pentacles is a very determined, again, very determined energy to get something done, come hell or high water. So I feel there is a focus here, a determination to get through something. So this might be the that Saturn energy. It's almost like a dedication to something you know is going to take some time. It's going to take some sacrifice, and it might be a period of time where you got to figure things out before things actually move or you see some benefits. So I do feel like February is quite a challenging energy, although there is a blessing in February with this bow. I feel the bow is talking about a gift here. So I do feel like you are going to be shown an appreciation here. So maybe you get a recognition, an award. Maybe you're recognized for something that you accomplish here. But I feel like there is an element of sorting through or figuring out kind of an adventure in the dark, anticipating what's to come, because I still feel like you're not quite sure what this windy path is going to lead you to, but I feel like you're committed to exploring something here. So it feels like quite an adventure, although I feel like there is some risk, and there is some risk here because you're not certain if your investment here is going to lead you to what it is you want. But I feel like the determination is going to be there regardless. So there is some thrill here. Yeah, this is what I'm getting for February. Interesting. March. All right, so March we have, let me just make this more consistent. Okay, March. What do we have for March? We have the Nine of Swords. We have the desk, office desk, and it looks abandoned here. It looks like a 1990s office space. The phone's really old, could be 1980s. Funnel, period of frustration, lessons to be learned. So like I said, I don't put too much weight with the words here, but I do feel as though something catches up to you by March here, because this is a feeling of frustration with the Nine of Swords. I feel more what this is your inability to do something here by March. I think there's some sitting on something, not sure how to proceed, but wanting to get out of some state of anxiety here, wanting to do something, wanting to take action, but feeling stuck again. Trying to think of a way of how to move, but not quite sure. This is what I feel. Okay, so I feel like there's heavy contemplation here of what has transpired, what is transpiring, what you can do, what you should do, how you should move forward, how you should proceed, and maybe feeling a little stuck, unable to accomplish something. Again, I'm feeling an alone energy here, maybe feeling a little bit like you have to make something happen on your own. Maybe, I don't know, I almost heard like falling back on something here that maybe you weren't wanting to, because, you know, when we progress, we sometimes hit an obstacle and we feel we're falling back on something and it feels like we're receding, although, as we know, energy does not sit linear. So sometimes we have to go backwards like a spiral in order to move forward. So you might be feeling stuck, like you're moving backwards in some way here, or you're not wanting to move backwards here, but it keeps you stuck because there's something I feel you're wanting to do. And this is definitely giving me that whole thing, you know, we have to move backwards before we move forwards again. So I do feel like there's a little bit of a hiccup here come March. And like I said, you might want to bookmark this because I do feel like you're not moving backwards. I feel like the anticipation or the fear is much greater than that of what's going on. But I do feel like your energy here is one of anxiety and trying to want to move forward, but maybe you feel stuck with something. Okay, let's look at April. We have the Wheel of Fortune, beautiful energy. We have the Yield with two passengers here in the rear view, and then we have the Gong, an exciting event. Interesting because we have the two sort of circles here, which is both giving me Wheel of Fortune or a cycle here. And the cycle I feel is coming through as a month. So I feel like there's a month here of something that happens, and it certainly could be the month of March where things might get off track, but I do feel like it's going to be about a month for you getting back on track here with this Gong. Okay, so I feel like you take some sort of detour or whatever had you stuck. I feel like you, I don't know, yeah, like you had some sort of experience here on the side on your way to getting to where you want. I'm also feeling like someone comes in here to assist. Yeah, I feel like someone comes in here to assist, to get you back on track, or to get you back on track, to get things moving again. I'm not sure I pick up a lot, although I do feel as though something from the past, because I was feeling it here, like there was a fear of getting stuck again or something from the past repeating, because like I said, the spiral going backwards and then forwards, like falling back on something or repeating something or feeling like you're gonna go back to something you weren't wanting to. With the rear view, it's kind of looking back. So I feel like there's something about the past here that, I don't know, goes through like a month cycle of something, but I feel like it is only a detour. And then I feel like you're back kind of on track here. So it could be March, April, where you're involved with something here. Okay, let's look at May. We have the Four of Cups. We have the ants on the anthill, and then we see the tree Trunk, and we have bat. Take care, enemies are working against you. So, I feel with this Four of Cups, whatever's happened here kind of leaves you in a state of maybe feeling like you're reconsidering something. There's a heavy contemplation here on how you're supposed to proceed. But I feel like there's more of a looking at what wasn't working or what didn't work than allowing yourself to continue on. Now I see this tree and I see these little dots here. These could be seeds, but it's giving me this whole imagery with the tree and these ants. Same sort of picture here. I do feel like there are people here that maybe, I don't know, like you're surrounded with people, or people come in here maybe impacting your determination here, or swaying you. Swaying you? I don't know if that's a word, why it sounds weird. Persuading you into maybe, I don't know, doing things here that maybe you weren't wanting to do. I do see Three of Cups here, so it does seem to be a squandering type energy. I'm getting glutton as well. I'm getting Nine of Cups from this Four of Cups. So Nine of Cups is emotional satisfaction, but the shadow side of the Nine of Cups is where we give in to maybe, yeah, like selfish gratification in some way, immediate gratification where it doesn't necessarily pay off. So I don't know, maybe there's a lot of partying going on here, maybe a lot of people here who aren't considering the best thing for you. And I feel like you're turning a blind eye to something here. Also getting the apple with Adam and Eve here, being persuaded to, I don't know, divert yourself from something here. So I don't know. I just feel like something jeopardizes your state of mind here. And I feel the energy you started off with January might have been really impacted by the time you get to April, May, or sorry, March, April, that by May, I don't know. I just feel there is an energy here of you surrendering in some way, or giving in to something here. Yeah. And I do feel there's a little bit of an obstacle. But I feel like whatever you've planted or were working on here has still taken root. I feel like there is something of value here, but I feel like maybe there's a self-sabotage here in some way. Okay, let's keep going. Where were we? January, February, March, April, May. Okay, so June. June, we have the Five of Wands. And ooh, we have divine masculine energy here. Very exposed. Sorry. And we have the wreath. Sorrow over a loss. So this is giving me very exposed, vulnerable energy. And the Five of Wands is competition, conflict. I do feel other people here as well, and I was feeling other people here. So I feel like maybe there's other people here involved that are making you feel a little bit exposed, maybe making you feel a little bit vulnerable. With this sorrow over loss, I feel as though maybe there's a realization here in regards to someone or people around you, maybe that I think there's a realization that maybe this energy or these people aren't fighting for your best cause. So there's a realization here of having to maybe come to terms with the understanding that maybe someone doesn't have your best interest, or accepting something here. And I do feel it is a long-term either group of friends or a friendship with the lilies. Lots of flowers here. I'm getting the garden thing coming through again. And we have purple ribbon. Could be significant for someone here. I'm also feeling December energy coming through just because of the wreath. So, I don't know, by, what is that again? June. By June, I feel like there is a conclusion of something here. I don't know, a friendship or a realization of a friendship or something that was very challenging here that's made you come to terms with something here. But I feel like it's acceptance of something. All right. Let's see. July energy. July, we have the Page of Swords. We have the Nurse. And we have the Cane, and it says pay attention to your health. Okay. So, in fact, we see the Nurse, and we see this pay attention to your health here with the Cane. There might be a need for you to go see a doctor at some point in time here, but I don't feel like it's a long-term health thing. I feel like maybe there's something here that might have been ongoing for you to check up on here. Like, I don't know. I'm seeing something like an ankle or a wrist, like a joint of sorts here. I'm not quite sure. So I don't know, maybe you have a slip or experience something here where I do feel there is a need to pay visit to a nurse here, but I don't feel it is anything very significant outside of maybe you did something here accidental, or like a recklessness, out of a recklessness here, I feel, but I don't know. It feels more like clumsy than it does to me feel like something serious by any means, although I feel like maybe you had more control than you potentially could have. Like, I almost feel like you feel like you could have controlled something here by maybe paying more attention or avoiding something here. I'm hearing garden again. I don't know. That's coming through. So I am going to pull, just because of the nature of this, what Spirit's wanting to show us here, what we need to know here about July. Spirit, why do we have the Nurse and this pay attention to your health with the Page of Swords? We have the Knight of Wands. I feel there's reckless action here, and the Five of Swords. I feel there's a reckless action here, and it could be a slip of sorts here. I mean, we're seeing lots of knives here. Hopefully you're not having a slip up with a knife, but I feel it is more of a joint here and a recklessness here that's you partake in, that maybe you have an experience here that you require going, seeing a doctor, taking care of, but I don't feel it is anything very significant. I do see another energy here though. What is this, spirits? What's this recklessness? And we have the Chariot, and we have the Queen of Cups. I feel like maybe some of you guys, and it could be different for all of you guys. First, I was seeing a joint here. It's like a slip, or maybe rough house, and then like a slip. Some of you guys might, I don't know, like if you're cutting up some veggies or something here, maybe not paying attention. Some of you guys might have like a an automobile accident here, but I don't feel it is significant, but I feel it's like a recklessness here. Maybe there's some partying, some drinking, some involvement here. Yeah, with some entertainment that I think causes distraction here. But I think for all of you guys, it could be something different. I am feeling vehicle. I am feeling partying. I am feeling somebody maybe getting, like I said, maybe cutting veggies here, not paying attention. And then I do feel a slip. Some reckless behavior here that you could be more focused on something else rather than what's going on here in front of you. So, and I do think it is quite out of the blue here, something you're not expecting. So just be cautious here with what's going on. Okay, in July. August, we have this camel, or why do I always call this card a camel? I think I did this last time I saw this card. Donkey with the saddlebags. The donkey, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Rose. Romance is in the air. So what does this mean? Well, Queen of Pentacles is mother energy. This is someone who is quite practical, grounded, caring, dependable. The donkey certainly dependable. The donkey talks about endurance, stubborn energy here coming through with both this Queen of Pentacles and this donkey. I'm going to pull some more. I do feel, though, that this is coming through as your energy, whether you're masculine or feminine energy here. It's almost like stopping and smelling the roses here. Unexpected, maybe romance, or spending a little bit more time to smell the roses. And it doesn't necessarily have to be romance so much as enjoyment of the finer things in life here, that you're stopping to take some time. And it could certainly be because of what's happened here in July that I do feel a pause here. I feel a pause. Stop to smell the roses. Maybe, I don't know, that you reconsider something here or take some time off. We have the Five of Swords. I do feel it is whatever's happened here in July. The Ten of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. So the Five of Swords here always talks about conflict. Okay, this is where we could be involved with other people or situations here where no one really wins, and it could be self-sabotage in some way. But I feel like whatever's happened, because we were seeing this Five of Swords in July, I feel like there's a need for you to shift gears and maybe give more to yourself, because I do feel as though I'm getting very heavy Wheel of Fortune here with this Ten of Cups. So I feel like there is a shift of energy here to give yourself more time, give yourself more nurturing, give yourself more, like I feel a slowdown here to smell the roses, but I feel there is a happiness coming through with this Ten of Cups. And so for some of you guys, you could be spending more time with the ones you love. You could certainly be spending more time with a partner here if you do have a partner, or you could certainly be meeting someone here where you're spending a little bit more time to slow down and give to. I see the bread here, so the bread always feels like home. So you could be spending more time with family, more time at home. And it would make sense maybe if, there was something here where you were needing to recuperate, spending time at home. But I feel it's enjoyable. I do feel it is enjoyable. And it's kind of like a recuperating after an event of sorts here is what I'm feeling. Okay, so this is also home energy. So, yeah, it's like it feels still temporary to me. So maybe there's a temporary period of time where you stop to smell the roses or stop to recuperate in some way. Okay, so this is August. Yes, August, September. So for September, we have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Bridge, successfully overcoming a problem. And then we have this police officer, which looks like he's about to blow a whistle or stop traffic in some way. Okay, so what do we have here? Well, interesting. We have a ladder and we have a bridge. So I feel like this is maybe a transitional point in time here. Yeah, I feel like this is a transitional point in time. So these 2 months almost feel like was a break from kind of where you were headed. And there is a period here of more stillness or slowness due to maybe some recklessness or something that's happened here. So I feel like there's a transition now back to getting back on track, or back to seriousness, or back to reviewing or reflecting your path here, where you want to go. But I do feel there's a seriousness here of it. And I feel like there's an evaluation here of what you want to do, maybe who you want to work with, or what it is that you want to continue doing. I'm going to pull some cards just to get a clarifier here with this energy. The Three of Pentacles is all about collaboration. It's work energy. The bridge, like I said, is a transitional period in time. So successfully overcoming a problem. So I feel it's like more getting certainty and reevaluating, maybe readjusting your course here. Page of Cups. And the Two of Wands. Yeah, reevaluating. I feel you're at a crossroads here, Spirit. What is with this month of September? Two of Wands. We have the Page of Pentacles, so 2 pages, and then we have the Nine of Cups. So, with the pages, this is all about early stages of learning here. But I feel like there's a crossroads here with the Two of Wands. There's a decision that's needing to be made. So I do feel like you're reevaluating something here, which way you want to go, what it is you want to do. So I do feel there's a transitional period here, but I feel like you're more focused on what's going to bring you abundance, emotional fulfillment with this Nine of Cups. Because I feel like there's still this wandering energy here with this fish, like maybe not quite certain what you were doing was leading you someplace here. But I can't help but see these 2 cups. 2 cups is all about balanced energy, a give and take. It could be between 2 people or a partnership. So I do feel, and with the Two of Wands, this is also a balanced energy. I think you're trying to find more balance here, because I do feel like you're seeking balance. And I feel like you're seeking something here. You're wanting to gain something here. There's definitely an opportunity here for creativity, opening an opportunity, following an opportunity, something you love, something passionate, creative, exciting. So I feel like there's a reevaluation. So I don't know if stopping to smell the roses is now opening some sort of a potential here for you, because I feel like you're considering here, I don't know, like rediverting yourself or going down a different path, or really considering which path to go through. Because I do feel there was a lost energy here, but I feel like you're wanting abundance. You're wanting more of a balanced energy here that I feel like maybe has not been so balanced. So there's a realignment here, I feel. Maybe a hard stop to reconsider where you're going. So lots of contemplation, but I feel like you're wanting to move forward, and get out of whatever state you're kind of in here. All right, so let's see what we have. So this is September. October, we have the Five of Cups. We have this, it looks like a Grim Reaper face here with a graveyard. And we have pin, new job or career. A pin on a pillow. New job or career. Okay. I feel like there is an energy here of you coming to terms with something here that is not going to happen, I feel. Okay, so maybe there was an idea of something here. I heard like burst your bubble, but I know, I'm sorry if this is your pile, but I heard burst your bubble. So maybe there was, I don't know, a focus on something here that might have got diverted, but something didn't quite pan out. But I feel like you're coming to terms with what this is, and really reevaluating whether it is something that's brought you happiness or brought you abundance. So I feel like you're wanting to be very honest with yourself in regards to this, what you can do and what you could protect yourself from, because I feel like maybe you've been investing in some place here that hasn't been paying it forward to you. And so although there's a transition here and at a crossroads, I feel like there's a coming to terms or a mourning of something here, or a reevaluation of something that can no longer be. And I do feel like there's a looking back on something that didn't pan out or didn't happen here. Now, I am hearing Spirit saying that you are protected, and that there is still movement forward here in this month. Although I feel like you're more doing motions here than anything. So I'm going to pull some clarifiers here for the month of October to see if we could see some more. This is giving me heavy Scorpio energy, death energy. So I do feel there's a transition here. So for October, Spirit, what do we have? We have the Page of Cups coming out again. Yeah, an opportunity to explore something a little more creative here. 10 of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles. So I feel like you come to terms with something here, but in order to come to terms with moving forward and transitioning, I feel like there's a need to accept some sort of conclusion of something, or put something behind you, put a pin in it, in order for you to explore something else. Because I do feel like what's really important here is you investing in something that's going to be long-term and abundant for you. Okay, but I feel like whatever this is, you are hanging on to it. With the 4 of Pentacles, it's where we're still held back, or we're still kind of playing it safe. We're still not allowing ourselves to release so that we can take a risk and explore with the 2 of Wands we were seeing. So I feel like there's a letting go in order for you to explore something that's going to be more fulfilling. But I feel like you're needing to invest more of your time and your energy in something here before it does blossom to anything here. So, but I feel like it is something that is very rewarding, like in a heart space. It's also emotionally fulfilling, but I think it's also financially abundant for you, and long term it could be something more successful. But I feel like there is a coming to terms with something you're having to put behind you that's been very challenging, that you maybe not have wanted to put behind you, that I feel like you're having to put a pin in it, or something, some burst your bubble here in some way. But I do feel it is behind you, whatever this is. Okay, so now this feels very transitional here. November, let's see what happens in November. We have the King of Wands, beautiful energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, entrepreneurial energy, Vine, seek out information that will help you. And we have this picture of water. I'm getting Aquarius energy here. So I feel like this is the same energy I was picking up at the beginning of the year. I feel like there's a very divine masculine type energy here, like taking charge, making something happen. Very determined, very fixed on something. I also feel like something is coming through as abundance here. So I feel like you're focused on abundance. You're focused on attaining abundance. I feel like you're very focused and concentrating on how you can get abundance, or what you can do here. So either financial abundance, but I also feel it's emotional abundance because of all this water. So I feel like you're having to emotionally kind of fill your own cup, give to yourself, but move towards something you're capable of doing here. And I do feel there is ascension with this vine. So I feel like you're climbing out of a state here that maybe was feeling very kind of low at some point, a transitional period of trying to get to calmer waters, or something else that is more fulfilling. And I do feel like by November, you're feeling confident, you're moving forward, and you're very focused here on what this is. Okay, so we're now in December. We go full circle back to December. We have the Ten of Swords. We have the crossroads with the two people that look very similar wearing the blue robes. Crossroads. We have this hammer and someone punching through, it looks like a wall here. And we have the sun, happiness and well-being. I think the sun came out for you guys. I don't know if it was this one. Maybe it wasn't this one exactly, but it came out in the energy check here. This is empowerment, okay? This is making things happen despite obstacles here. I feel like something that you've put behind you, I feel like this, the Ten of Swords is always where we deal with an ending and the worst of it is over and we're having to start anew here because of an ending. So I feel like there is a painful ending of something here that maybe frees you up here to decide to go in a new path, in a new direction. I do feel a sense of empowerment. I feel a sense of taking control. I feel a sense of now you're able to do something that maybe you weren't able to do because I feel like you didn't feel free. So it's interesting because, like I said, November there's empowerment, but then in December I feel like there's like closure here. There's like a needing to have closure in something that has ended. And I feel like the closure becomes more real when we choose a path and break out of something. I think you take action. So I do feel like there's a confidence buildup and then there's a taking action and attaining some sort of happiness here that I feel maybe you felt removed from or blocked from or not able to get to because of a need to come to terms with an ending here with the Ten of Swords. So I'm just going to pull some more just to confirm what we see here for December. Spirit, can we get some more for December? What's going on here with December? One more. Okay. I have the Two of Cups. That's the balance, give and take. That could be partnership, two people. That could be the Love card. Okay. We have, like I said, the Crossroads is also two, also about balance. We have the Lovers. This is also Crossroads, a decision. The King of Pentacles, Father energy, stability. High Priestess and Seven of Wands. So there is a crossroads. There's a decision that has to be made. For some of you guys, it could certainly involve another person, a partnership, a balance, give and take here, something to commit to with the King of Pentacles, a long-term vision. This is Father energy. Gemini, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Pisces energy with the High Priestess. I feel like there's I feel like you're having to rely on a part of yourself maybe here that helps guide you through a point in time here where maybe you've had difficulties making a decision and how to commit yourself for a long-term vision here with this High Priestess, okay? This is standing your ground. This is fighting for a cause. This is you being in a more sort of a stable position in order to fight for something here, to be capable of winning your sort of position. So I feel like you take a stand here on something, but I feel like there's an energy of having to tap into some sort of unspoken or yeah, with the High Priestess, this is always the unseen. This is the subconscious. This is a part of ourselves that maybe we've been suppressing at some point in time. There's like an acknowledgement of something here, a fight for something here where you can restore balance, where you make a decision to choose something you feel destined destined to choose or something here that restores balance or emotional satisfaction here between two people, a give and take, equal reciprocity. And I do feel like it's a long-term vision or a long-term sort of commitment here, and maybe there's there's not knowing how things would unfold, or not knowing whether you're fighting blind in some way, but I feel like you are in a position to win. I can't help but see this cat, and cats are a little bit finicky. I'm going to get a clarifier for this cat to see what we're seeing. This cat looks a little spooked. The cat looks a little bit, yeah, it looks a little spooked here. What's with this cat? We have the Four of Swords. Healing, reflecting. So I feel like maybe there's been something here that has happened that is impacting your mindset based on something that's deep down in your subconscious here, of impacting whether you should fight for something or make a choice towards something here. And like I said, for a lot of you guys, it could be a partnership with the Lovers and the Two of Cups. This is an intimate partnership, okay, committing to a partnership. But I feel like there's something in the subconscious here, and I feel like something's got you spooked here that I feel you've had to heal from, or you've had to reflect on, that might have kept you very stuck. And so I feel like it's impacting your ability to know whether you would be successful or something here, or should stand to commit yourself to something here, because I feel there is a lot of fear here in the unknown. But I do feel, again, because this is December energy with Divine Masculine, you're empowered to break through something here that you're feeling very stuck by. So I feel like you were stuck in not choosing something, or not able to move forward, having to put something behind you, come to terms with an ending here in order for you to make a decision, in order for you to commit to something here, that I feel you have a winning chance here to fight and stand your ground. Although I feel you are spooked. So I feel like what Spirit is saying is there's a need for you to understand you're not stuck. Understand you have the ability here to break through something, to set yourself free, to make a decision, to have a choice here, and not feel victim to suffering or what's happened. Okay, so this is what I see here for December. I don't know, it sounded like a mixture year here. It sounds like your top half might run a little smoother than your back half, but I wasn't intending on pulling so much more, but I want to see if Spirit wants to give any sort of final advice for you guys, just to see if there's anything further. Final advice here, Spirit, for the viewer. What do they need to know? Any final messages here? Any guidance? Anything they should know? Thank you, Spirit. We have the Emperor. I will flip that around. That's like the third time we're seeing Sun energy, masculine energy, the Emperor, Aries energy. We have the Six of Pentacles. We have the World. This is how we started. And we have the Hangman. So this is Pisces energy. Okay, so I feel like this is kind of the same energy that's we're getting throughout your whole reading. I feel there's empowerment. I feel there's taking the power in your own hands with this Divine Masculine energy, the Emperor, getting order. I feel a home energy. I feel there's a need for balance with this bread. This is all about equal reciprocity, putting in the time, the energy, the effort towards something here, empowering ourselves to do so, in order to conclude cycles here, to come to terms with endings and things that we need to put behind us. But I feel like there is a lot of contemplation, and I feel like there might be a lot of seeing things from a very fixed point of view, where we might need more enlightenment. Maybe we might need to see things differently. We might get stuck because we're not sure how to move or how to see things from a different perspective so that we can have movement. This is a lot of contemplation. This is being in limbo, maybe trying to gain better perspective so we know how to move. So I feel like maybe we get stuck in wrapping something up that might have been over in order to free us, to empower us, to put energy and effort towards something that is going to be beneficial. Maybe there's a lot of energy and effort put towards I don't know, like still concluding something, because I feel like there's yeah, like it takes like 5 months of the year, I feel here, to really call something quits or have an ending, come to terms, so that there could be happiness and new beginnings. So I feel like Spirit's advice here is that maybe we need to see things from a complete different perspective, get really enlightened about how soon can we put something behind us so that we can invest time and give towards and act towards something here that is going to, where we can receive, where we can give and receive, rather than deal with something and feel stuck. Because I do feel there's a stuck energy here, although there is a desire to move forward. There's a desire to ascend, a desire to transition or cross over, come to terms with something, but there's a lot of reflection on past, putting something behind you, and then getting very confident, wanting to move forward, and then having to actually come to terms with what that would take to make a decision for the new. So I feel that's more the theme here of what we're seeing. So you do have more power than you realize here. And Spirit is saying the sooner you can conclude something, that you have the power to conclude something here, the sooner you can move towards investing in something that is going to be rewarding here, like this bread. That's abundance, okay? I feel that's financial reward. That's also feeling like home, not feeling stuck, or like, and this is sometimes, the Hangman is, we're stuck due to our own sort of, our own sort of mindset here, okay? That we have the power to break free from our own sort of mindset so we can move forward. I feel it starts off that way, but we might get derailed, okay? So this is what I see here for pile 1. I hope this resonated for you guys. Let me know in the comments how this resonates for you. I'd love to know. And like I said, bookmark this, come back to it, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye. Hello, my beautiful pile 2 or pick 2. You pick this blue stone. I don't know the name of this blue stone, but we're going to get into your yearly reading. All right, so we're looking at the year of 2024, although all my readings are timeless. So if you click outside of when I post, this will be for the month ahead and then the 12 months following that. Okay, so you could be really at any point in time in the year where this will resonate, because this is all about energy. So we'll start with January, and that will be the month ahead. Okay, so if you're looking in July, then this would be for the month of August, okay, and so on and so forth. So I will be referencing the first month as January, and we will do all the months of the year. But before I look at that, we're going to do an energy check, and we're going to ask Spirit for a clear and concise message here for pile 2 in regards to what's going on energetically for this year, these last 12 months for pile 2, so that they know whether indeed this is their pile. Thank you, spirits. Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message. And thank you so much, pile 2, for allowing me to tap into your energy. I am so blessed. All right, so let's look at your current, or I guess the last 12 months, what has happened here, so you know whether this is indeed your pile or not. So we have the 2 of Pentacles, we have the Fly, a period of ill health and depression, we have Clouds, temporary problems, and we have Ladder, climbing towards success, and then we have this googly, crazed looking person. Oh my goodness, what's happened here, pile 2? I don't think this these last 12 months have been very good for you. In fact, maybe you felt a little out of control, or like things were happening to you rather than you having any sort of say. So financially might have been a tough year for you, maybe up and down, up and down. Maybe you were having to do something, and as you were ahead, then you fell back because something else would happen, which would leave you strapped again, that sort of trying to catch up. If not financially, then it could certainly just be in life, feeling like 1 step forward, 2 steps back. I think something significant might have happened here as well. For some of you guys with the depression, you might have been feeling like maybe the last 12 months have been quite depressing here, or feeling like physically or mentally, emotionally, maybe not of sorts, maybe feeling very left out, maybe not feeling understood, I feel an alone feeling here, almost like maybe having to find your soul tribe or feeling very alone. Lots of confusion here, trying to get certain, maybe trying to find happiness, but finding more confusion than anything, I feel here. I feel like you've had to really rely on yourself financially, or just rely on yourself to kind of keep you sane. Some of you guys might have had an incident here with a ladder physically, I'm hearing. Okay, so maybe you got hurt, or maybe you fell from some height, which could have caused the depression here, or could have caused something. There could have been an incident here where something's happened. For some of you guys, maybe you've been really working on ascending here spiritually, but it's been very, very, very challenging, not knowing what's happening here, although feeling like you're ascending, but feeling like completely lost or out of control, or not knowing what to expect. I do feel there was something significant in the year that's happened here, maybe that has never happened to you, that left you kind of speechless, maybe. Maybe at some point in time you also had to scrounge for something, like scrounge for, I don't know, a last hope, or scrounge for your last dollar, or scrounge for something. Like, I feel like there's a hopelessness or a desperation here of having to really pull from the reserve something here. And maybe you spent your last buck, or I don't know, something was wearing on your very last patience. Yeah, and I feel like maybe you were really fixated on something too. Maybe you were fixated on how to climb out of something. So maybe you were in a state of unemployment. So how do you climb out of this? Maybe you found yourself in a situation that seemed like it was never getting better, and really fixated on, how do I get out? I just heard a well, so maybe, I don't know, you feeling like you were stuck in some bottomless pit, or how to climb out of a pit. Maybe a pit of depression here. I'm sorry if this is how you felt, but this is what's coming through. So if you're resonating with that being your last kind of 12 months theme overall, we're going to look at what's happening in the next 12 months. We're going to get overall energies, and then we're going to start with January and go all the way through to December. Okay, so like I said, if you're watching outside of when I post, then just take the January month as the following month for you. So spirits, clear and concise message, the year ahead, or the next 12 months for the viewer, pile 2. What's happening here for the next 12 months? We'll start with January. Thank you so much, spirits. I'm truly blessed. Now, you guys can either skip ahead, or you can watch me pull. I'll try to remember to put the timestamps, but I'm going to start with the tarot, and then we'll pull some oracle cards as well, and some tea leaves. So we have January, and we have February. We have March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and finally December. December, we got 2 tarot, and we will pull overall. Now, if you didn't resonate with that energy check, then this may not be your year ahead, okay? So do not feel obligated to stick around here. So this is the overall theme here for 2024, the upcoming 12 months. Now let's pull January, a tea leaf. So we have January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Spirit said another September, October, November, and one for December. Okay, and now the oracle. Back to January, spirits, for pile 2. What's going on in January? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. Oops, I forgot to pull a tea leaf here for overall energy. So Spirit, overall theme for the next 12 months. We got 3 cards, and we'll pull one of these. All right, so overall we'll start, and then we'll look at each month individually. All right, so what's going on with the theme here? We have the Queen of Swords. This is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. And we have 3 tea leaves. So we have Pin, new job or career. We have Vine, seek out information that will help you. And we have Sun. Interesting, this came out for pile 1. All these cards came out. And then we have this axe chopping through a hand here. Okay, overall, what is this? Well, the Sun is the most positive card we could get. It says happiness and well-being. Although we have this. This is about empowerment, divine masculine energy, certainty, clarity, joy, bliss, exactly as it says, happiness, well-being. But I'm feeling empowerment, and then I'm feeling like maybe not feeling empowered or lacking something here to make something happen. So I feel like you're trying to make something happen. I feel like you want to make something happen, climb out of something, or find an answer to something here. And for a lot of you guys, maybe you're really focused on where to spend your time, or where to, because with this new job or career, maybe you feel like it's time you empower yourself to, I don't know, climb out of a dead-end sort of career, or maybe focus on something here that, I don't know, challenges you more, or makes you feel more in control of your own sort of destiny in some way. With the Queen of Swords, I mean, she's very intelligent and she learns from the past, and she doesn't allow things to sort of sway her. I feel like maybe emotionally there's something that we're not being fed with. So I feel like there's almost a battle here of what's going to emotionally fulfill, and then what do I mentally know might be the best thing for me to do, just on a logical level here. And there might be a back and forth of how to empower yourself to do something. So there might be a lot of damage to self in some way, because I get a feeling this is someone chopping their own hand. So it's like maybe you feel like you're getting in your own way of doing something that would help you move forward, that would empower you to get maybe further in your career, or but there's also a knowing of something here, and having to, I don't know, like maybe the truth here is painful. The experience is painful in some way. I'm going to pull some tarot just to see. Why do we see this Queen of Swords here with this overall energy? The Six of Pentacles. This is an equal reciprocity, give and take. And the bread always makes me feel like, you know, a nice home feeling when we have baked bread. Feels like home, but bread's also, I feel financial here, what I'm getting, or material wealth, abundance in some way, being able to feed ourselves financially in a practical way. So maybe there's a lot of going back and forth, what's going to be practical, what's going to give to you maybe financially in a more practical financial way, versus maybe what's going to be more fulfilling for self. So this is the overall for 2024. I don't know if you guys have already been considering some of this, but maybe this is you taking action based on a truth of what's going to be more balanced for you. Maybe you want to find something more fulfilling here, rather than something that's been oops, that's been not as emotionally fulfilling maybe. So we'll see. Let us dive into your, I will leave this actually out here. Now, I did say for the last reading, bookmark this so that you can come back to this, okay? Because we won't know unless you're highly psychic or intuitive whether this is going to be resonating for all the months. And because energy is not linear, this is kind of where the energy is sitting as of today. And as Spirit wants to show it for the next 12 months, although there could be some sort of overlap here, okay? So just bookmark this and come back to it if you're resonating somewhat. So we have for January, or the month ahead, we have the Hierophant. This is Taurus energy. And then we have Ram, which is Aries energy, stubborn, aggressive person. This is Sun energy. And then we have this bathroom. It's a green bathroom. Looks like a 1970s bathroom. A bathtub, a toilet. Ram. Hierophant. So I do feel like there's an energy here of you really looking at where you want to commit, really evaluating your life purpose here. Hierophant could also be higher learning. So this could involve higher educations, but I feel like it's more of you shedding, cleansing, getting rid of maybe understandings here of maybe what you once valued and really reviewing it, and then trying to take charge somehow in your life here, knowing what you know. That's kind of what I feel, and what I was feeling with the Queen of Swords. It's like what you've experienced, what you know, some sort of truth that you understand, and then taking action in some way based on some truth that you know. And maybe there's a need to flush out or cleanse or release certain parts of your life here that's you've been dedicated to or committed to that might not be working so much, or that you've been stubbornly hanging on to. Okay, for January, so there is some, maybe you're still in some stubborn energy here, focused or committed or dedicated to something here that might need to be re-examined for January. Okay, let's go into February. February, we have the Knight of Cups. We have two people embracing, one wearing red, one wearing green, and we have dogs getting together with friends. Well, I mean, the Knight of Cups is how we show appreciation and love and affection. And here we have friends or dogs, which is loyalty. And here we have two people, could certainly be friends. So this is all about love, partnership. So it doesn't necessarily have to be intimate so much, but I do feel there is showing love, there is sharing, there's caring, there's being loyal, getting together with friends. So I feel like February's theme is really about love, compassion, getting together, being dedicated here, showing up, being expressive. This is also creative energy. So maybe we put in a lot of our sort of efforts here and emotions towards showing up for a friend, being dedicated to a friend. I'm getting for some of you guys, maybe there could be a friend here that maybe you've been distant from. Maybe you guys have gone your separate ways at some point in time, and there's a coming together. Maybe a friend comes in to visit. Maybe you make up with a friend. But I do feel your energy coming very strong here with this Knight of Cups, which is someone who's expressive, someone who's caring, compassionate, showing love, expressing love and caring. Okay, so that's February energy. Beautiful. And let's look at March. March, we have the Three of Pentacles. And we have the Forest. And we have the Pig. Beware of greed. Now, like I say, always with these readings, I don't put too much energy always into the word so much as the energy. Three of Pentacles is all about how we work together, okay? How we collaborate, cooperate, working with another, building something we couldn't build on our own. Ladder is all about ascension, climbing a ladder, career, because Pentacles could be financial abundance as well. having the ability to create something here with others. It could speak about work. I feel like there's a risk here in something that you think is going to pay off, is what I feel here. And I don't feel as this is so much of a warning as I feel you know those games where people like release a pig and then they chase it kind of for entertainment. The forest talks about, you know, adventure, and maybe things we're uncertain of could lurk in the forest here. When we explore there, we don't know what we're going to come in contact with. So sometimes this could be dark and scary, and sometimes could be very magical, but it's adventure. It's and then this pig, I just feel like is being released into some forest here for our own amusement in some way. So I feel like maybe there's some risk here that you take that could pay forward. Either you, I don't know, like invest some financial thing in something, but I feel like maybe it's more of your own effort or time in a investment. Like you put your energy towards something, or you try to do something here that you think might pay out, but you're not sure. Something you're exploring here to see if it could pay out to something more. Yeah, okay, so this is March. Interesting. April energy, we have the 10 of Wands, and we have the pitcher with water being poured. So I get a heavy Aquarius energy from this. I also get water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And then we have broken wishbone. Wish will not be granted. I don't know if March's energy kind of comes into April here, but I feel like you do put in some sort of investment in something, and I think you're emotionally invested in something, or you give to something emotionally, which I feel could be quite a burden here, that I think it gives at some point in time. I feel like whatever it was that you were emotionally invested in, or what you were giving to here, becomes very heavy. And so I feel like there's a reality here having to deal with something that might have not have paid out the way it was supposed to, or showed up the way it was supposed to. So it becomes more of maybe a burden here. And so I do feel like there's a giving to self in some way. But I feel as though you're recognizing that maybe your efforts, your energy, and your attachment to something, maybe I don't necessarily know if it's attached so much as it is your emotional efforts towards something, has been not paying forward. So I do see April here as being kind of a heavy sort of month here for you. Could be emotionally draining as well. I feel here it's tiring. Yeah, like something hasn't paid forward yet. And it's very heavy. Okay, let's look at May. May, we have the 9 of Cups. Interesting. And then we have, looks like a network of people here, a gathering, and then one person here off to the side. And we have Rooster, an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. Rooster. I'm getting masculine energy from this. 9 of Cups. Well, the 9 of Cups is being emotionally fulfilled here, but this could also be someone who is self-satisfying, someone who's self-gratifying and taking immediate gratification, not considerate of others in some way. So I feel like you feel left out here in May. Maybe they're from a group of friends, or maybe someone is not looking out for your best interest or including you in something here, maybe looking out for, yeah, their own sort of satisfaction. And I do feel like there's maybe a sense of feeling shut out, or not really understanding here what's going on, because I do feel like maybe, I don't know, I'm drawn back to this February with this group of friends or a partnership here where I feel like something's dried out here. I feel you being excluded or not included, or watching someone maybe being a little bit selfish or being a little bit arrogant, maybe a little bit in ego. and you feeling maybe like you're unable to gain some sense of control here. But I feel like you're more maybe focused on how you could emotionally kind of fulfill yourself, because I do feel like you're feeling left out in some way here. So this was May. Let's look at June. June, we have the Ten of Swords. And I feel like this is going to be very graphic. Yes. So this is Divine Feminine. Interesting, because we had Divine Masculine energy coming through exactly like this in pile 1. So this is Divine Feminine, exposed. Very raw. And then we have Bowl. Plenty of material things. Plenty of material things. Abundance. Bowl. This is giving me very Divine Feminine, receptive energy here. And this is the end of something painful. I don't know if maybe you experienced Divine Masculine energy here, and with the Rooster energy, or someone in ego being more self-serving in some way, that I feel like maybe there's some acceptance of an ending or calling something quits here with this Ten of Swords. But I feel like there's also a receptive energy with the Divine Feminine energy to bring in abundance in some way. I feel like you're having to accept some sort of ending, or dealing with some sort of betrayal, some sort of ending here. But I feel like there is a focus on self, or an open acceptance of where abundance is and where it might not be. Because the Ten of Swords is always where we deal with an ending here, and it could be a painful ending here. And maybe we felt raw and exposed and vulnerable. But I feel like with all this fruit, this is still abundance, and this is a full bowl full of stuff here. So I feel maybe on a financial level, you might feel very full. You might be doing very well, very open to receive, but I feel like you feel exposed, and you also feel like something may have betrayed you here. Someone, something you're having to deal with closure on. Okay, so that was June. Let's look at July. You guys might have to keep track of the months here. When I channel, I might be reading the wrong months. I do intend on this being July, if that's where we're at. Okay, so we have the Hangman, Pisces energy. And we have two people racing, 5 and 2. And then we have handshake. A meeting with a stranger could be important. Two people here. A hangman. In your own lane, a race, competition. So the hangman is where we see things from a different perspective, or we might need to gain a better perspective in order to get enlightened about something here. So we might be very fixated on our own way. We might be fixated on a belief or seeing something. I feel as though maybe, because I am feeling like the energy for that month, July, kind of maybe starting off as a standstill or not understanding, and then very quick moving energy here of maybe we're not quite certain. Maybe we're competing with someone, or I don't know. I feel like mid-month it feels like a competition, or it feels like maybe I don't know, we feel very focused on something here, winning something here almost at all costs. But then here we have handshake. A meeting with a stranger could be important. I don't feel so much stranger. I feel here more like a truce energy. Okay, for July. Let me pull some cards and see. Why are we seeing this for July? Yeah, I feel like it starts off slow, and then mid-month it gets going. But then I feel like there's a truce by the end of the month here. We have the star. The star is all about healing, wishes, hopes, getting our wish, attaining something here. So I feel like you're fighting for something here, or maybe very focused and fixated on what you want here. But I feel like there is a truce, some healing, some coming together, maybe an understanding here of a dream. of a desire, maybe that you were fighting very hard to win or to attain. I feel like you reach an end goal here or come to an understanding here. Okay, so this is what I see here for July. August, we have the Two of Swords, and we have this, I don't know, kind of looks like a old school fisherman here. The raincoat and a rain hat at the seashore, although I don't know if the sea looks like a Red Sea. And then it says heart, love, deep affection, and caring. I just heard ocean of blood. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, what's going on here? Two of Swords. This is inaction. This is contemplating. This is sitting, sort of not choosing one or another, but I feel like there's not wanting to see something here. Being protective here of maybe an experience. Maybe you've been hurt in the past or have some experience where you've felt hurt. And I do feel like this is like in the, with this love, affection, caring, like in a romantic sense here. I'm going to pull some, but I do feel like you're not wanting to see something here. And I feel there's a wolf. Wolves could talk about being lone wolf. And then here, like I said, it's like, I don't know, being in rain gear, kind of protecting oneself from emotions. But I feel like there's a past sort of dealing of pain or heartache or some... Let's see. We have the World, putting something behind you. Yeah, it's like dealing with something that you've experienced that maybe has been difficult for you to put behind you. But the World talks about conclusions, ends of cycles. So you can start a new cycle. So maybe there's a deep look here at your heart space and past relationships, and maybe something you haven't been able to act on or do. There's a conclusion here with the World in order to make way for the new. I do feel there's love and affection coming through here, but there's also a hesitancy due to past experience here. Okay, so I think this was August. Yeah, August. Let's look at September. September, we have the Temperance. This is Sagittarius energy. This is all about balance, healing, coming together in an energy that we're able to work with other people in our environment in order to bring balance. Very healing energy coming through. How to temper ourselves. Okay, and then we have the Divine Masculine energy coming through. Feeling very exposed here, very vulnerable, very open. Okay, there's lots of healing coming through here. We have career with this old school writing desk and bird flying. News is on the way. This is giving me a very important message or communication here. And I'm not necessarily feeling career so much as expressing self. I feel like there's you expressing self or showing up in a way that is very vulnerable and expressive in some way in order to bring balance, in order to heal. There's something that I feel you either communicate or communication with another, or able to express or let out in a way that liberates you in some way, frees you, but I feel like it also puts you in a vulnerable state here. And maybe there's a need for you to find some sort of intimacy in the heart space, but there's I don't know, there was inaction here in August. And by September, I feel there is needing to show up here in a more cooperative type energy to bring balance or restore balance to self by allowing yourself to communicate. So this could be either writing something out or communication via words, sending a message. But I feel like there's something that liberates you here. Although I do feel it is very brave. I feel it's very healing. Okay. And like I said, I'm reading energy, so it could certainly be someone around you, but I do feel this is your energy. So what are we? We're in September. Yeah. So October, we have the Empress, Taurus energy, Divine Feminine, beautiful, abundant, Mother energy. And then we have this tight rope, tension. And we have dog, close-up, pleasure with a close friend. Pleasure with a close friend, dog, close up. So pile 2, I feel like, I don't know, things really open up here. By August, September, October, I feel like maybe there's a huge transition here and an understanding here. I don't feel this Empress energy, your energy. I do feel like this is Divine Feminine energy that maybe you're exposed to or that you feel very close to here. But I do feel there is a lot of tension that has been built up here. And I feel like you might feel very raw and exposed, that you're having to deal with something head on or face up. But I feel like it's something you're very loyal to or dedicated to. I feel like there's some sort of tension or some buildup you're needing to deal with here. I feel there is unconditional love around you. Could certainly be someone around you, like a Divine Feminine energy, Mother energy here. I'm going to pull one card to get a clarifier. Six of Wands. Six of Wands is victory. This is winning. This is after achieving and accomplishing something, getting the accolades, doing the victory lap. But I also feel like sometimes it could be ego or how we're being perceived by others in some way. So maybe there is some tension here based on maybe being successful in some way. That leaves you feeling, yeah, like tense or exposed. Although there is a lot of love and abundance here, I feel like there's a need to trust and there's a need for you to deal with something face on, head on. That's what I'm getting here. So November, we have the Four of Cups. We have this figure staring either at a window or a painting in a museum. I don't know which it is. Could be a window. We see the sun out there and clouds, and this person looks like they're caped up or draped up. And then we have Torch, spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. I feel like for November, this is kind of a, I'm feeling a reflective, almost hermit energy. And I feel like maybe you're removed or withdrawn. I feel like you're removed, withdrawn. I feel like maybe you're not interested in things you might have been in the past. I feel like there's really looking at what's pleasant for you and what's not, what's good for you, what's not, what's distracting, what's not. And I feel like you're looking at what you want for yourself kind of as a bigger picture. What does bring you happiness? I feel there is a spiritual shift here. There's enlightenment. There's shedding the light in parts of your life here that I feel like you can see a little more clearly, or maybe where you've been detached from. Specifically, I feel like maybe things that weren't bringing you deep fulfillment, spiritual fulfillment. I'm getting the Three Cups here, which could be partying, network of friends, but like more lighthearted energies. I'm getting glutton energy from this as well. So maybe where we're just kind of gratifying ourselves, maybe with the immediate, being deterred by things maybe that aren't long-term satisfaction. But I feel there's a hermit energy, you reflecting and you taking sort of a putting clarity on something here and getting more enlightened about this. Maybe looking at your past experiences, but I feel like it's more of looking at your future and what you want for yourself, because I feel like there's something here about you getting tired of the same old sort of energy maybe that you've been sitting with and where you can find abundance. So let's see, how does December end here? We got two tarot cards. We have Judgment. Yeah, this is final conclusion. There we have a key. Having the key to your future, making a decision here and seeing something and acting in something. Wheel of Fortune. Moving in the right direction. Okay, this is gaining control in a balanced way, something you might be destined or fated to do. Wheel spinning, the luck spinning in your favor. I feel like you're wanting to sort of take a proactive solution here towards maybe moving your future in a way that you want, spinning things in a way that you want. And here we have this devilish looking cat coming from the cave or the mountains. Does look like a cat to me. And then teapot, deep friendship with someone of the same sex. Now, like I say, it doesn't necessarily have to be the word so much. I feel like there's you kind of realizing maybe your soul family. And it could be one person, could be a group of people here, could be where you felt very isolated, and maybe I do feel devil energy coming from this, a Capricorn energy. So you might have been feeling very stuck, maybe feeling like there was a lot of obstacles in your way, and maybe that you were your own obstacle or shutting people out. But I feel with this teapot, it's like allowing your soul tribe in, allowing people in, whether they are same-sex or not. They just feel there's an openness here, maybe where you were very guarded, or maybe where things felt like they were out of control or not in your control. There's like an understanding here with Judgment that you have the ability here to allow people in. Let me pull some tarot and see, what is this for December here? Why do we see the Spirit? What is the message for December? 0 with the Fool. Yeah, it's like, look at that. This cat almost looks identical here. Same color. This one looks ferocious, and this one looks more tamed. I feel like maybe there's an energy here of you being a little guarded, maybe more devil energy, feeling stuck with obstacles and feeling very alone or isolated. And the Fool's the opposite. It's like taking a risk, exploring. And I do feel like it's with your soul tribe, allowing yourself to take a risk and explore out there. It's more tamed, it's more explorative, it's more open. I feel like you allow yourself to open yourself up in some way with this key, maybe where you've been very shut out in order for things to spin. Now, for some of you guys, after Judgment comes the World. I do not see the World here, and after the World would come the Fool to have a new beginning. If we go straight from the Judgment to the Fool, we didn't see the World, we don't conclude a cycle, and we repeat another cycle here. So we go back from Judgment, back to the Fool, repeating same old cycles. So be weary here of December that in the Judgment process, we don't take the solution, the key, to free us from our devil, to free us from an energy so that we can take a risk and explore somewhere new. We might repeat something we've done in the past. And sometimes the Wheel of Fortune is, this could be the process of a whole month, or it could be the whole year. Now, you don't want to repeat a whole cycle here. You want to conclude something. So there's a need for you to recognize where we're repeating something here, or where we can accept something and do something different. Now, I do feel for a lot of you guys it shifts differently, but for some of you guys where we're not addressing devil energies, we go blind again and we repeat a cycle. Okay, so I feel like there is a meeting of your soul tribe, and I do feel like there's an ability for you to allow yourself a shift here, because I feel there is enlightenment, and maybe you see things differently, but it's how do you act and engage that matters. Okay, so this is what I see for December. Now, I am going to pull final message here to see what Spirit wants to communicate here further above and beyond what we have. Spirit, what is the guidance, or what is Pile 2 needing to know about the year ahead, the next 12 months, or 2024, whenever they're clicking on here? So we have the 5 of Cups. We have the King of Swords, the Fox. Okay, and one more. King of Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. And here we have the King of Pentacles, which is Earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. So some of you guys, there is the same sex going on. Okay, so we were getting that with this, and I am getting it with this as well. Okay, not for all of you guys, but that is confirmation for some of you guys out here. And maybe it's been a challenge here to see eye to eye here in a connection. Now, for a lot of you guys, I feel like there is maybe a struggle between a version of yourself, which could be more of the mental version of maybe walking in a truth, understanding something, maybe mind, over physically, capably having something happen here in a practical way, long-term stability, commitment to a long-term vision, becoming a parent, doing something more long-term. And for some of you guys, like I said, because we have new job and career being theme, and the fox does represent career, it could be, you know, solidifying yourself in a career here, not knowing, and maybe not following a truth here, because the sword of truth is pointing down. So it's like knowing something better, but maybe not following something here, or needing to get very clear about what you want to do in the long term or commit yourself to. That would be abundant here. And feeling kind of, this is feeling sad, looking at the past, feeling, you know, like we regret something, or we shoulda, woulda, coulda something here. So yeah, I feel like, and I don't know how much career was coming through so much here. We had a little bit of more connection relationship. But I do feel like with career, maybe we're distracted, or maybe we're not as focused or as clear as we can be to create some sort of future stability for ourselves. And then we kind of look back and say maybe we've wasted a year in something, or we haven't been serious or focused, or used our wisdom towards focusing on a career maybe. Not that career matters so much. And I mean, career could be anything from a 9-to-5 job to our own sort of, you know, passions, and making a career out of it and entrepreneurial, but like doing what you love so that you can have some stability or some sort of long-term commitment. So yeah, Spirit might be coming through here saying, don't allow yourself to squander time here. Okay. But this is what I see here for you guys. I hope this resonates. Like I said, bookmark this and let me know throughout the months as this goes on. I'd like to know if it does resonate. But that's what I have for you guys. Beautiful pile 2, and I will see you soon. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile 3. I'm super excited to do your reading today. If you pick this stone right here, we're looking at the year ahead. So the next 12 months. Now, I am recording for the year of 2024. Although you can click on this whenever, because all my readings are timeless. It is just solely looking at energy. So if you click outside of when I post, then this will be for the next month. Okay, whenever you click, it'll be the following month, and then the next 12 months. So because I'm recording in December 2023, I'll be starting with January and then going all the way through to December of 2024 to look at each month and the energy, the overall theme. But before we get into the months, we're going to look at your overall energy that has happened here in the last 12 months, so that you know whether this is your pile or not. So we're going to ask Spirit, what's the last 12 months been like for you? Pile number 3, so that you know whether this is your pile or not. Okay, so this is the theme. Regardless if, again, you're here when I'm posting or not, this would be the last 12 months, kind of what you've experienced here, so that you can either resonate or not. And please use your own intuition. There's really no way for me to tell whether this is your pile or even you, because it hasn't happened yet. So just intuition, and also maybe bookmark this reading so you can come back to it when you need to throughout the year, so that you can reflect back on what is being said. Okay, and it's mostly highlights as the energy sits. And because energy is not linear, this could certainly be an overlap or just an overall energy coming through right here, right now, as it's sitting throughout these months, how Spirit wants to show it, okay? So what's going on with pile number 3 energetically in the last 12 months, Spirit? How will they know that this is indeed their yearly reading? Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message. And thank you so, so much, pile 3, for allowing me to tap into your energy and the energy around you at this time. I'm truly blessed. I'm being told to pull one more. And I am going to pull some tea leaves, or a tea leaf, whatever wants to come out. And then we'll pull some oracles as well, or an oracle. Okay, so we have basket wanting to reveal itself. It says recognition, reward for merit. I'm not going to put too much weight into the words at the bottom of the tea leaves when we do these readings. It's more energy, although we'll see what comes through. So we have basket, recognition, reward for merit. Overall energy in the last 12 months for pile. Some of you guys, I just heard, I don't know if it's going to resonate, but maybe you've been dealing a lot with your teeth. I don't know. Lots of dentist appointments. Something with the tooth here is coming through. Maybe you need to go get a tooth looked at, but it's more of what's happened in the last 12 months. So if you've, I don't know, maybe you come back from a dentist appointment or had one this month or something that's fresh here about the dentist or some tooth problem. Anyway, basket, recognition, reward for merit. And then we have, okay, well, this is giving me hospital, but I don't know, maybe it is dentist. We see someone sitting in a hospital bed giving blood. I don't know, do you give blood? Maybe you've donated blood. Maybe you are recuperating from something. Maybe you spent a short stint at the hospital. Again, dentist coming through. So maybe you are a dentist, or maybe you've had mouth surgery. That's confirmation for somebody here. Anyway, we have the High Priestess and we have the King of Cups. So Pisces coming through very, very strong, and then Cancer, Scorpio. So how has this last 12 months been? I feel like it's been a creative year for you, okay? I feel like there's been a lot happening and maybe things that you couldn't have even guessed for yourself. I feel like it's been a fairly abundant year here for you. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be with finances, but it could be. But I feel like maybe you've been abundant in areas of your life that maybe you haven't in the past. So for the last 12 years, oh my goodness, last 12 months. Sorry, last 12 months, you have maybe focused more on maybe your creative pursuits, or maybe you've been invested in doing something that you love that maybe has finally paid it forward financially, because I see the fish here, which is all about also material wealth here. Food is abundance and wealth. So maybe some creative pursuit has actually shown, I don't know, like to pay it forward with abundance and wealth. Maybe you've been able to feed yourself from a creative pursuit here. Maybe you haven't always been able to do this. Some of you guys might be coming into tune with your own ability here. So some of you guys might be getting more clairaudient, clairsentient, clairvoyant. All the clairs here are just coming in with your ability to maybe, I don't know, be more psychic, more in tune with spirits. This is very creative energy, psychic energy, intuitive energy, receptive energy. Maybe you guys have a lot of dreams. Maybe you've been more in tune with dreams this last 12 months. Yeah, I'm feeling very heavy psychic energy. I do feel divine masculine energy, but maybe not necessarily. It could just be your predominant energy. But I also feel, because of the moon here and this High Priestess, also very strong divine feminine. So maybe you're very balanced in both, or just, like I said, it could be that there's a mixture of you guys here, masculine, feminine energies. We just heard something with pomegranate as well. So maybe November's significant. You could have a birthday in November, or just love pomegranates here. Pisces coming through. I think I mentioned that. I think you guys have been invested maybe in giving emotions maybe freely, or being very much invested here emotionally, giving of yourself emotionally. I'm feeling giving love. Maybe some of you guys feel consumed by love here. I feel for some of you guys, maybe you've been investing in someone here and you feel very consumed by it. Maybe showing compassion, giving love, giving of yourself, maybe towards someone here who is not healthy, or someone who has not been able to reciprocate, or someone who has been incapacitated. Maybe you've physically been trying to visit someone here in the hospital, or someone who needs to recover from something here. Maybe you've been the lifeline of someone or giving to someone here. Yeah. Okay. So there's lots coming through. I also heard maybe someone's been incarcerated or incapacitated. I'm not sure which it is. And again, sometimes we get energy here that isn't literal, but maybe they feel like they're incapacitated or incarcerated or stuck, or dealing with someone who's literally incapacitated or incarcerated here. I know that's a lot. As someone here likes to, I don't know if upholster is the right word. Maybe they're a carpenter. They like to work with wood, maybe make furniture. I see someone sanding or refinishing furniture, or in the furniture business, or dealing with wood. I see here construction, building. Yeah, someone's health feels down here too. Okay, so maybe your health has been down, or you've been dealing with someone whose health's been down, but either way, health seems really impacted here. And maybe you're really concerned with your own health, or feel like you haven't been at your healthiest, or just dealing again with someone who hasn't been all that healthy. Lots of intuition, like I said, so psychic. So maybe you've been very connected energetically to source and to another here, but I feel like you've been invested or caring, or maybe you fell in love here in 2023 or the last 12 months of something that's consumed you. All right, so that's a lot of energy coming through, just these 3 cards. If you resonate with that energy, sorry, I took quite a bit there. I got lost in the channeling. We're going to pull the 12 months, okay? So if that resonates for the last 12 months, let's take a look at what's coming for the next 12. Now, you guys can skip ahead. I'll try to put the timestamps here if I remember, because all I'm going to do is pull January through to December, or again, the next 12 months from now. So January will be the next following month for you if you're outside of the window, and then we'll go all the way around. I'll pull tarot and tea leaves and as well some oracle. All right, so Spirit, can we start with January for pile 3? What's January like? January 2024 or / next month. February, March, April, I do feel that's there, May, June, July, August, September with 2, October, November, and finally we got December. We're also going to pull overall. Okay, so the theme for the year, the next 12 months. What is the theme, spirits? We got this one. I am feeling 3 for the theme. All right, and now some tea leaves. We'll start back in January. Spirits, can we get energy for January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, I'm told another one, October, November, December, overall. And let's pull the oracles back to January. January's got 2. February, March, April, May, June, July. I'm going to leave that where it is. July revealed itself. August, October, November. Ooh, 3 for November. Okay, and December, and then we're going to pull an overall here for the year. Okay, wow, that's going to be a lot. Let's get to it. So, Overall energy, one keeps sliding. Spirit's wanting me to pull it for overall. Okay, so overall energy here for the year, upcoming 12 months. We have the Page of Wands, exploring. That's beautiful energy. Lots of opportunity. Knight of Pentacles. Very determined, focused energy, slow moving energy, although Page of Wands is exploring. Youthful energy, I feel here. And we have 8 of Cups. We have the Boot. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. And here we have the Police Officer, and we have a bridge with a rainbow in the background here. This is like a transition over a river. What's happening here? The theme. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, there's a lots of energy coming through. Page is all youthful energy, exploring. Maybe you feel like a novice. You're exploring a new territory in your own life here. It is full of joy and thrill, but I feel like there is a steady eddy energy here coming through with this Knight of Pentacles to accomplish something worthwhile. So I feel like there is something solid you're accomplishing that might take you all year to accomplish, but I feel like maybe you're starting off something that might be beginning of the year. We'll see. That ends up you kind of being persistent throughout the whole year. But I do feel like there's something you're needing to walk away from here, okay, with this Boot and this 8 of Cups. So I feel like you're having to, I don't know, like call it quits on something, or you're having to stop something here. Some of you guys might have I don't know, legals coming through. So either you have a disdain for legal authority here, or you've been wrapped up in the legal. Maybe you are a police officer or have a authoritative role, but I feel it was more of a disdain here for legal authority. But I feel like other than that, the confirmation, there's a need to call something quits or reevaluate your life and put a stop to something, I feel, or walk away from something, acknowledge something here. I feel like, yeah, like something emotionally maybe has made you feel withdrawn. There's a need to recognize self-love, give self-love, acknowledge emotion here. I feel there's something unemotionally fulfilling that maybe you're resetting or readjusting, something you're walking away from. Some of you guys might be like Western movies or Western bars or Western music. With this Boot, I'm getting heavy cowboy energy now all of a sudden, going to town. Maybe you guys own a nice pair of leather boots here. There's a lot of different energies coming through, so not all of it's going to resonate for you, but I feel like one of that is resonating for some of you guys that are watching here. Also, I heard beekeeper. I don't know. That's very random here, okay? I don't know. Maybe you guys like bees or fighting for bees or are beekeeper. Here we have, like I said, it's a transition. I feel like it's a transitional year here for you, and it could very well be you're starting something. Something you're learning about and you're finally exploring that you need to be very committed to or are committed to in order to gain something here that takes quite some time. That has taken quite some time or is going to take quite some time, that you're dedicated to reevaluating, readjusting. I feel like it's a course correct, but it's also acknowledging something that isn't fulfilling that you walk away from in order for you to go towards what is, because I feel like there is abundance here for you with this rainbow. That's 10 of Cups. I always get the rainbow, meaning ultimate emotional fulfillment here. But I feel like it's been a windy road, or emotionally it's been either very much all over the place here, but it's been quite the journey, I feel. Okay, so this is what I'm kind of getting here, overall theme. Let's start with January and see if we could get some more insight. So for January, or the month ahead, depending when you're watching, we have the World. Yeah, it's like concluding something in order for you to start something. This is also travel with the Page of Wands, or if it's not traveling, it's maybe exploring something new that you haven't explored. But in order to do this, we conclude a cycle in January. So maybe in January, you're putting something behind you. Or you could be taking a trip, something long distance, some sort of travel here. What kind of country has cops that look like that? Maybe you're traveling to some place with cops that look like this. But I feel like it's more of a conclusion of a life cycle here that you're putting behind you. Although I do feel the walking away from something does take quite some time. So I don't know what you're concluding or putting behind you exactly in January here. We have Whale, great worry over nothing. The World's big energy. Whale is big energy. There's like this big energy coming through here. We have someone who looks isolated in the corner, and then we have the Forest. So the Forest is always about adventure, which is this, starting an adventure. But an adventure could be scary when we don't know what's lurking in the forest, because sometimes it's dark. Sometimes we don't know what's threatening out there. So there could be an unknown here in exploring. But I feel like there's also an isolation, feeling alone, feeling cornered, maybe feeling like you have to take a risk or you have to get out of a state that you're in. I feel like there's a need to wrap something up because I feel like you feel cornered, or you no longer want to be feeling what you're feeling here. So I feel like the alternative here is to start a journey, to start exploring the unknown, to go on an adventure. And I feel like the world's your oyster here, because I feel it's taken on something big, or it feels very big. But with the great worry over nothing, although like I say, we don't put so much weight in the words, I do feel as though there's a lot of worry about something that might appear to be more scary or more confusing or more dangerous than it really is. Because I feel like there's an energy here of feeling like you can no longer be, I don't know, like removed or cornered or stuck or isolated. So yeah, they're putting something behind you for January. Okay, so January, February, we have the Three of Wands. And we have the microphone unplugged, dropping the mic. Microphone, communication. We have vase, secret admirer, and yoke. Feeling tied down or frustrated. Just going to make sure I'm still recording. Okay. It's a long one. Okay, so this could be travel as well with the Three of Wands, but this is expansion. Okay, this is us getting on our ships. We've laid the groundwork, and now we want to expand our future. We want to see what's out there, and we might see things differently. And now we want to, yeah, go move towards our horizons, expand. So I feel like maybe you haven't been able to communicate something. There's something you want to communicate or something you want to take off the ground, and maybe you haven't been able to do so. So I do feel a feeling of frustration here. It's like there's some truth you want to come out with, or acknowledge something or speak some sort of truth here, but feeling frustrated, maybe feeling very held back here, feeling tied down, feeling frustrated. It's like I feel there's a need and a desire to expand, but then there's also feeling stuck. Now, secret admirer in this vase, I'm feeling a lot of love from this vase. This is giving me receptive energy, feminine energy. It's giving me beauty, something you admire. Also, I'm getting ancient or antique or long. Maybe there's something here long-standing here. Long-standing, I don't know, connection here. There's secret admirer. Maybe you're admiring someone from afar in some way. Maybe you haven't been able to communicate something, or you're feeling frustrated about challenges communicating your feelings, or challenges communicating your desire here with this, admiring this vase. But I feel like you're seeing something, but maybe having a challenging time communicating something here. I do feel like you're taking action. Although I feel like communication is a challenge, or you feel held back by some sort of communication here in February, okay? March, we have the Page of Swords. Again, page energy. This is youthful energy. This is all about early learnings with the Page of Swords. Scuba diver. Diving into our emotions. We have desk, pay attention to your work, and bird perched, waiting for news, package, and letter. Interesting. We had similar cards here coming out. I don't know if this is one or two, but I feel like there's some sort of communication here with desk and with this waiting for news, package, letter. I don't know if you communicate the truth here. There's something about diving deep into emotions or acknowledging something, communicating something. You might be getting some communication or something here that impacts you emotionally, but there's something with some sort of communication coming out. And there's an understanding of something here with this Page of Swords. It's like being very curious and maybe being struck by some information here that gets you wanting to communicate something in regards to how you're feeling or the depths of how you're feeling. Exploring your emotions in some way with this page, because it's all about, like I said, the beginning of understanding. Here we have mushrooms. Mushrooms give me the interconnectedness. So maybe there's an interconnectedness or an understanding here emotionally here of something that we're communicating to someone else. Bird perched. Birds usually give me communication, gossip. I see two, it looks like Japanese geisha women. I just heard sibling as well. I don't know if there's a sibling involved here as well. Could be. I see 3 fish. Third party energies here, or multiple people here. Maybe there's been threatening people. Maybe feel threatened in your emotions here. There's something with communication that feels like you let out or that comes to you, but I do feel a level of threat here in some way, and it could be some painful communication, but something very truthful coming out here. Okay, so interesting. That's March. Let's look at April. April, we have the Devil. This is Capricorn energy. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have Angel, spiritual guidance, protection from harm. And then we have a Crossroads here. Looks like the same person either going this way or that way. Protection from harm, spiritual guidance. I feel there's a course correction here in some way. The Devil talks about being held back or being bound by something. So I feel though, because I'm not reading reversals, I'm reading them the upright, so I'm reading more energy. I feel like this Devil is something that had you bound or stuck. I feel like you're breaking free from, or you're taking control back of something here that maybe you felt out of control. It's like spiritually the angels are on your side. I feel like you feel inspired here to choose to break out of something, or you could continue with Devil energy, or you can continue down a different path or pursue a different path. I feel you're at a crossroads here. You feel inspired. I'm getting Ace of Wands here. And you feel protected by your angel team in order to steer something in a different direction. And I feel this is something you're fated to do. Like this is a fated path, a fated option, a decision you make here that's very profound in April. Yeah, like no longer held back by Devil energy, addictions, unhealthy ways of being, feeling stuck or bound. I feel like there's a decision you make here to break out of something or just choose a different path. Very protected here by your angels or your ancestors or your spirit team. Okay, so let's look at May. May, we have the Knight of Swords, quick energy, fighting energy, younger man, dealings or relationship with a younger man. Ooh, and then we have this divine feminine energy, receptive, very exposed. Okay, younger man and divine feminine energy here. Knight of Swords. This looks like a woman, does it not? I mean, I'm going to assume no gender here, but it says younger man, and this looks like a woman. Dealings with relation. I feel like there is a connection here. I'm feeling masculine and feminine energy here, but I feel like there's a confrontation of sorts here, and it could definitely be either confronting, I don't know, like an imbalance here, or it could be another person, depending on how you resonate. I will pull another card, but I feel masculine, feminine energy coming to balance here, learning how to be receptive, but also knowing how to be empowered here. The Knight of Swords is one who takes action. Okay, this is someone who steps forward, who's ready to fight here. I feel like you're fighting for something here, and it could definitely be a connection here with another, because we have masculine, feminine energy here. And having to come to terms with some sort of feminine energy within self. Maybe we have to be more receptive. We have to, oh, 3 cards just sliding right out. Let's see, 4 cards. What do we have here, Spirit, for What month was that? May. More clarity for May. We have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Swords. We have the Temperance, yeah, the balance again. And then we have the Eight of Wands. Fast energy, movement. This is also giving me Wheel of Fortune again. I feel like you're getting something moving, but I feel like either you're needing to find some balance, and do find balance here through bringing something into balance. Maybe you're a masculine, feminine energy. There's something about you that I think you bring into balance. But I do feel like there's a lot of past energy where you felt like stuck. There's a breaking free from it. This Two of Pentacles is also about balance, but it's like going back and forth, feeling imbalanced, needing to get balanced, feeling like not knowing how to prioritize, or a back and forth, needing to decide, and then feeling very stuck with this Eight of Swords. But we're limited by our own thoughts here. So I feel like there's a breaking free via communication, having a breakthrough with the Eight of Wands in a cycle where we felt very stuck, in a cycle that might have been repeating itself by bringing balance, restoring balance, showing up here in a balanced way. Or maybe we were very stuck here. But I feel like with all these pages, well, we had a page here, and we had I think it was a page here. Is it a page here? I don't know. I feel like the pages are coming through as your energy. Yeah, Page of Swords, Page of Wands, younger man. I feel like maybe there's a learning here that's happening, and maybe we've been repeating cycles of something, but there's a learning that we're learning from in order to show up differently, and having to find some balance here. And maybe, yeah, we're still kind of a novice here, but it could be a novice in a relationship, a novice in intimacy, a novice in being exposed, or being just intimate or expressive, or being receptive, and having to conquer something here, or see something from a greater vantage point with this eagle. All right, so interesting energy. June. Let's look at June. June, we have the Ten of Wands. We have the Club. Someone will try to make you do something against your will. Again, not too much weight on the words so much as the energy. Purse, pay attention to your finances. And then we have a superhero with a powerful punch. What I feel happens here is I feel you're doing something that maybe is going to take a lot of effort. Okay, with this Ten of Wands, this is feeling very heavy, trying to do something alone, overcome something, a burden, but carry the stack on our own. Just overcoming something and feeling very heavy about it, or having to lift something, maybe not physically, but maybe lift a burden in some way and carry it through, see it through the end, and do something maybe we had a very hard time doing, maybe that we didn't think we could or wanted to do. But I feel like it's an energy that I feel you take control over, that you overcome in order for you to gain something here. So it could be financial wealth. Okay, so maybe we put in a lot of time at work, overtime, or focus on something here that's kind of strenuous, but it pays it forward in way of finances. Or it could be in another abundant way here, that we attain some sort of abundance. But I feel like you make something happen here in June. Like you take control in a way that I feel like maybe you didn't think you could overcome. But I feel like it does physically take energy and effort here. I feel like physically it takes a lot of you getting empowered to do something in order to gain some sort of reward. And like I said, either in a practical way, in a physical way, or in a financial way. Some sort of abundance here. Purse, I'm feeling with all the purple here, something also very spiritual is happening here. It's like I don't know, like you're going through some spiritual lesson or a spiritual experiment of sorts or something. But I feel there is a lot of in the moment, maybe not certain, or feeling stuck or confused, or still pressing through confusion, not knowing if you're gonna accomplish something. But you do. I feel like you have the power in your hands to accomplish something. And I feel you don't see it until you accomplish it. I feel like it's difficult to see, or it's painful until you get there, but I feel you do get there. So you might want to, like I said, bookmark this and rewatch it, because I feel like it is worth it, and it does pay out. So let's look at July. July, we have the Death card, Scorpio energy. Wow. We have casket, someone going out of your life, or the end of a situation. And here we have the Snake, which talks all about transitions. This talks about shedding the old to make way for the new, healing, wisdom. This is all about transition. So I wouldn't take this as a physical death so much as a death of a situation that's put behind you completely. And I was picking spiritual kicking in here. I feel like whatever's happened in June is so profound. I think you prove yourself something. I think you kick something, you overcome something, that by July, it's like a whole new you. It's like the old you has transitioned into a new you. Like there's healing, there's a wisdom, there's shedding of the old to make way for new. And I feel like anything you had to shed and get rid of or put down is released in some way to make way for the new. Spiritual shift here, huge transformation, huge for July. So by mid-year, I feel like you feel like a complete different person here, who's done a lot of healing. A lot of healing here. And maybe you completely change your life here. Maybe the people around you, your whole situation, your circumstance, your whole environment. I feel there's a huge shift, and it could be a complete way in your life, in a very profound, significant, and spiritual way, I'm feeling. Let's look at August. August, we have the King of Pentacles. This is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. This is father energy. Some of you guys might become a father here. You might commit yourself to something long-term. There's a long-term vision. There's a commitment. There's stability. There's security. There's a dependable energy here. Very solid energy coming through. I feel it's your energy. Here we have somebody dealing cards, or dealing, I don't know, putting papers down on a table. And then we have basket, recognition, reward for merit. I think this came through as your energy check for the last 12 months, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. So all the cards are on the table, but I feel like there's a risk here that you're committed to. I feel like there's a, I don't know, there's like you being invested here. Putting all your cards on the table. I feel there's an investment here that pays it forward. Recognition, reward for merit. I feel like there's an honesty. There's a showing all your cards. There's a, I don't know, I just, we're playing the game of life in some way. So I don't know if you become a father, or you give your commitment to something here that I feel like is very rewarding for you. I feel is very secure, very abundant, very fruitful. I'm getting Empress energy, which is all about abundance, mother energy, unconditional love, reward. Wow, this is quite profound here. Okay, so that's August. So let's look at September. September, we have the Four of Swords, the Strength card. We have Scissors, disappointment in some affair. And then we have the Shore here with the sea and then the sand. What's happening here? Four of Swords, healing, reflective, but I feel like this feels like caged in some way, or feeling very stuck. I feel like there's some courage here. You face some sort of fear to liberate yourself, to break free from something here. Now, because there was a shift here, like a huge spiritual shift here and a transformation, and then here I feel you're committing to something, or you're, I don't know, like this just feels very solid here. I feel like there's a need for you to cut something out, but it takes a lot of courage for you to do this, to break yourself from something, to liberate yourself, to give yourself freedom here, to acknowledge something. I also feel like for some of you guys might take a trip somewhere. For some of you guys, go away to reflect. But I feel like there's some cutting out of something in your life here that Maybe you figure you need to do further, further cutting out of something here, or further changes in a way of something that might feel very limiting or restricting. But I don't feel like you are going to be restricted. I feel like maybe you're cutting something out for good. And it takes a lot of courage and strength. And I don't feel like you are so alone here. I see the bird again. Yeah, I feel like maybe there's someone here, maybe that's around you. I feel like there is probably something here that might disappoint you in yourself. I feel like there's some sort of self-reflection, some sort of self-disappointment, or some sort of self-realization here. But I feel like whatever it is, you break free from it and you liberate yourself. So you could repeat something here, or fall back on something here, and then quickly break out of it, all within the same month. It's kind of what I'm feeling here for this month. That's September. Okay, so October. October, we have the Lovers, Gemini energy. That's a choice. This could be love, partnership. We have career, the Desk again. And we have the Dark Man, dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. And here we have a dark shadow. Looks like a burglar. Burglar? Oh my gosh, why can't I say it? A burglar. I don't know if I'm saying that right, and I don't know why it sounds weird, but Dark Man and the burglar. I feel like this is shadow. I feel like there's a profound decision you make here in October. And for some of you guys, it could be certainly around career, it could be literal, but I feel like this is your purpose, because this is all about destiny and our divine purpose, where we want to invest our time. So it could be, in I don't know, like in where you want to invest most of your time, what you want to choose, what sort of investment you want to make for your future here. But I feel like you're really dealing with your shadows. I feel like you're really facing your shadows. So you're really looking at everything around you as well as within you here, in order to make a decision, in order to follow something here. I also picked up here, some of you guys might be taking on a project here where you're kind of behind the scenes, like not known for it, so you might be supportive in the role, or I don't know, like, how Daft Punk, I don't know why this is coming into my reading, but Daft Punk, they make all these songs and then they wear those masks and no one really knows who these guys are. It's kind of like, I don't know, like you accomplish something or you do something here without being visible in some way, or taking credit, or pull something off here without being exposed. But I don't know, maybe you write a memoir or write a book here under an alias. There's something here you're doing, but I feel like it is a destined purpose, and I feel like you are dealing with a lot of your shadow aspects here, because I feel this is something very therapeutic. Yes, interesting. I do feel like I want to pull a tarot to see if we can get some more here. Can we get some more here for October for beautiful pile 3? What is this all about? We have the King of Cups. There's that creative energy. This is like, following like a creative pursuit, writing a book. This is all about creativity, something we enjoy. And the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is where we're held back in some way, but it could also talk about stability in a practical way. Or it can also talk about choosing to remain in some sort of comfort zone rather than to choose the path that might be a little more challenging. There might be a balance between sticking to something we know and getting some practical payout, or doing something we love in a creative way here that we're emotionally tied to. There might be a back and forth here, and that's why the Lover's all about deciding. So you might choose, like, do I want to follow my creative pursuits, or do I want to stick to what's financially been rewarding here when it comes to a career? But I do see you doing something here that does bring emotional fulfillment. but maybe there's some sort of compromise. Oh, Ace of Swords, truth. This one just went flying. This is all about acting in truth. This is all about, through adversity, there is a truth, a greater clarity, walking, talking in a truth, a new beginning in truth. So I feel like you see something. Yeah, you see something about your situation, maybe where you were playing it safe, or maybe where you were stuck in some material way. This is a pig hanging on to Pentacles, so it could be greed in some way of something that you were not wanting to let go of, and then seeing some truth that maybe love is more powerful, or your creative pursuit of something you love is something you want to pursue. But I feel like you make this choice. Yeah, I feel you make this choice. Okay, so let's put these here. And now we have November. November, we have the Seven of Wands. We have the Dagger, which says fear, worries, and tense situations. It definitely looks tense here, this cat. We have the school, or the classroom, I should say, with the chalkboard and the teacher. We have the graveyard with the, looks like Grim Reaper, the death. And then we have the person in a hospital bed. Okay, well, what is this all about? Worries, intense situations. I feel there's a lesson here. There's a profound lesson here where I feel like you guys are having to go through something that I feel is meant to teach you something. And I feel like maybe for some of you guys, it feels like something that has been behind you, or that you put behind you. But I feel like maybe there's something karmic happening here. Now, the Seven of Wands is where we stand our ground. This is where we fight for something we believe in here. This cat looks agitated, almost like everything's kind of coming at it at once. So I feel like maybe you feel, yeah, like everything's coming at you at once here. But I do feel it's like a lesson to be learned here. And maybe it leaves you kind of in a state of needing to lick your wounds. I feel as though this is an experience maybe of something you've experienced in the past that you should have learned a lesson from, maybe. I'm going to pull some more and see what Spirit wants to communicate here. What is this about, Spirit? Seven of Cups. It's the head in clouds, leaving the back door open, need to choose wisely. And the Six of Swords. Seven of Cups, Six of Swords. Okay, so for some of you guys, well, we saw the Lovers here, a need to choose. For some of you guys, maybe you guys went down a path here to experience something here that might have not have been the right choice. Okay, and I say right, there was no wrong or right. But I feel there's a lesson here learnt. And maybe we left the back door open to something, or we didn't choose wisely here. Because with the Seven of Cups, it's having a lot of options and needing to choose wisely. And I feel something here is an experience that we have that it leaves us licking our wounds that we want to steer out of. And I feel as though we might have to circle back and choose the correct option for us. But some of you guys might get stuck in some lesson here. I don't feel it's for all of you guys. Two of Wands. Yeah, it's that choice again. It's that crossroads. I'm not going to pull these. Crossroads. Need to choose wisely. And this guy's head's cut off. I feel like some of you guys might choose, have a lot of options, might not choose or commit right away to whatever feels like it's something you're destined to. And so maybe you choose out of shadow, or maybe you let your shadow choose here. But I feel there is a lesson here. And for those of you guys who do choose this, I feel like there's a different outcome. So let's see. If you do choose, I don't know, like maybe you're meant to choose this to go through this lesson, but I don't feel like all of you guys choose this. What is the Ace of Swords coming out again? Following a truth. The Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is all about bringing towards us a manifestation. This is somebody who is very driven. I don't feel this your energy. This sometimes represents the other woman. This sometimes represents attraction. There could be someone else kind of in the mix here, okay? Someone maybe we have to get honest about. Maybe someone where we have to speak a truth or act a truth. But there is a decision and a crossroads to be made, and I feel like there's a lesson to be learned here, and I do feel it as a past lesson here. And maybe we feel like we didn't act in truth. And we feel like, I don't know, like there's something here about being defensive, something here about standing your ground, or feeling like everything's coming at you at once. And like I said, I don't feel this Queen of Wands is your energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So there could be somebody here who maybe you're needing to have an honest conversation about, I don't know, like a path here at a crossroads. Okay, so, but I feel like there is a massive lesson here to be learned and a level of frustration here. And I feel the frustration could be with self. So I feel like this is a lesson of something you could have learned or should have learned or have learned, and then have to recuperate from because of some energy here of maybe you were trying to fight against, or I don't know, stand your ground with something. So December, final month here, we have the Four of Cups, and we have a starry night with the stars and the moon, the dark sky, and then we have Vulture, depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. Well, what do we have? The Four of Cups is despondent. It's someone who's not really interested, who might be, what I get with this one is a glutton here. Like, looks like he just filled himself and now has no energy in some way, or is not interested in anything. Sometimes we're focused on what's not working rather than what is working. I feel like there's yeah, there's like a focusing on something of the past here, and it could be a lesson we learned here, like an unknown, but there's still like a desire or a hope here, but there's a fear in an unknown. So there's non-movement or no action here. And maybe we're feeling kind of depressed or anxious or feel like we are not certain in December. Let's pull some cards here, but I feel like there's still hope. There might be still healing from something here. Yeah, anxiety, Nine of Swords. So with this particular Nine of Swords, we have the Sword of Truth, and then we have a Two of Swords. So it's like indecisive, unable to act in truth. Clarity, I still feel like there's something here you're needing to get honest and clear about and act in order to be set free here with the Six of Swords, to move away into calmer waters. But I feel you sit indecisive, and maybe you sit in anxiety, and I mean, this could be a depression card too, because we're just, you know, this is like when we sit up after experiencing something, so we're not interested. We just kind of want to wallow. But I feel like a lot of it is mental. A lot of it is anguish, anxiety for reflecting on something maybe that has happened. Nine of Wands, feeling stuck. This is the wounded warrior, you know, and not going to battle again and feeling kind of stuck, maybe defensive. I feel you feel stuck here in December. So I want to see, what more can we tell you about this? Could there be some guidance for December? What's going on here in December, Spirit? Why are we seeing this? The Nine of Cups. I was picking up glutton energy here, and this Nine of Cups could be self-satisfying, self-gratifying, immediate gratification, where we're concerned with self and emotional well-being, where we dismiss maybe someone else's. And this looks kind of like someone who, you know, drank all these cups here and then feels, I don't know, like just they're reflecting on what they shouldn't have done. I feel like there's something you do, okay, in November that bleeds into December, which I feel might be very selfish, that I think you should maybe know better. Or at least you might have experienced something here, and I feel you feel anxious about it. And I feel you feel stuck about it. And I feel like you feel there's nothing you can do about it after, because it's like spilt milk. But Spirit is saying that, you know, you don't have to, I don't know, like only think of self here. Maybe there's a need for you to choose wisely when you're at that crossroads. Because I feel like maybe your actions here leave you in a state of feeling, yeah, just kind of like really bad or anxious, or like you're stuck, you can't make it better. But there's always a way for you to choose, you know, what you're supposed to do. Now, whether you do or don't, that's certainly up to you, but that's kind of what I'm seeing here. Oh, I put your card back. But okay, so let's pull kind of final overall message here. What's going on here for pile 3? What's the overall guidance, overall message? What do they need to know for the next 12 months, Spirit? What's going to give them guidance? What's going to help them? Kind of as a takeaway, as my email confirms. All right, so we have 8 of Swords, and we have the Page of Pentacles, and we have the 7 of Cups. Okay. This message coming through quite strong. I feel like most of your year is fairly good. By the end of the year, I feel like there is a message here. And I feel like the message here is Spirit saying you have the key to make a decision here at pivotal points in the year here in the next 12 months, where you could feel stuck. You could feel limited. You could feel victim to your own thoughts. But to remember you have the key, that you're not stuck, that you have the key, which means the solution. The choice is always in your hands. So how things go and how stuck you feel is definitely up to you. There's a need to choose wisely with this 7 of Cups. And I feel like sometimes maybe when we're confused or we have too many options, we're not quite sure what choice we have in the matter. And so we feel like stuck or like we're unable to do anything. But Spirit is saying, no, you have a lot of power. And in fact, this is where you make the most profound change, where you choose to do the right thing in order to choose the right cup here, so that, or the right option, the right choice, so that things can free you, so that you can kind of keep going down the right path. And I mean, there is no real right or wrong path, but there is feeling stuck and there is being limited. And I feel like something about wearing a mask here, when we're not in line with truth, when we're not speaking a truth or acting in truth, then we feel limited, then we feel stuck. So Spirit says you always have the key to choose wisely. You always have the key to make the right decision. You always can take that mask off. But I think there's a need to focus on self, Empress, self, when it comes to love, when it comes to giving unconditional, caring, compassionate love. The Empress is all about unconditional love, mother energy, giving yourself the care and loving yourself first. The Ace of Cups is all about self-love. So there's a need for you to give yourself the compassion, give yourself, be your own kind of mother here, in order for you to make right decisions. Because I feel like sometimes maybe we could put the mask on and choose immaturely with this page, okay? But there's a lot of opportunity here for you to choose wisely and to not feel stuck. Because sometimes inaction is what I'm hearing, and inaction here sometimes causes us to feel even more stuck. That taking action sometimes is better, and learning from the action at least is better than feeling stuck, as long as it's from a place of love. And we learn, because I feel there's a big lesson here in 2024 in the next 12 months that you're learning, okay? So this is what I have for you guys. I hope this resonated. Like I said, bookmark this. Let me know, because obviously it's hard for you to tell if this is resonating or not. And some of it was very piecemeal. I understand. I try to give you as much as I can without making this too long. I love you guys very much. I wish you guys a very happy new year. And I look so forward to doing your readings for the upcoming 12 months. Please keep in mind, I am still doing the free private reading giveaway. You just have to like, subscribe, share. do what you can to engage in the channel, and then I will be picking from the comments specifically at random someone for a free private reading for every month for the next 12 months. All right, so hopefully it's you, and I will see you soon. Bye.